Malthouse, A Family Life. Well, Christi, this is your book. You must be delighted today to the actual launch of this book about your father.
I am pretty excited. It is a book about Dad and his life in football and his career in football, but it's also my memories and my mum and my sister and my brother's memories as well, and it's our whole football life, because football has been our life forever. I was born the year Dad went to Richmond, and so we've lived football with him our entire lives, and so that's what the book is about.
And I've only read a little bit of the book, but the balloons over this ground, the MCG, in 1980 Premiership Day, and you can recall the balloons.
That's because I was not quite 4, so that's my earliest memory of football is being here for the 1980 grand final that Dad played in, and obviously the Premiership, and we were standing outside, and of course that's when they used to release the balloons with the colours of the teams playing, and that's what I remember. And then right up to my more recent memories, obviously him joining Carlton,
yes.
and then before that, but the grand finals with Collingwood. So it's kind of come a full circle, and hopefully there'll be even better memories to come in football.
We could have book 2. Mick, what about you? You must be very proud of your daughter. It is what I've, as I said, read a little bit, but a great book. And are you happy with it?
And you've pinched the words out of me. I am so delighted and so proud of Christi, because I just know how much time and effort she's put into it. She's got the 2 young kids, of course, and they're very demanding. She has explored the whole gambit of things that happened during that football period. She's actually invoked memories that I'd forgotten about, and she's checked a few of the facts that I used to tell her about, and found out that they're not quite. My memory wasn't quite as good as the facts, so. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's a history lesson for me, and I'm so, as I said, I'm so proud of her, but I'm also so proud of the family to have endured some of the things that I wasn't aware totally, that the impact it had on family and friends, and particularly young kids coming through school. You know, they come home and tell you about a little bits and pieces of it, but when you read it and you find out the full impact, you realise that all sportsmen have got families, and there's a massive impact on them.
And just one question I had for you, Mick, though, those balloons that we just spoke to Christi about. Looking forward to see those navy balloons, Mick, particularly over the MCG, hopefully next year or 2.
Well, we want another chapter, and when you put chapters onto books, you don't put bad chapters. So we want some very, very good chapters going with the navy blue, and we've already got a couple of supporters in the family, so it's very strong. It can't be father-grandson, but I'm sure that the little jumper that he's going to be wearing around at the games would be impressive.
Because that's the thing now, my children will get to lead or sample some of the life that I've led in football, and especially Zach now, my little boy, he's almost 4, so he's
and
very
a Carlton
much
supporter?
I've got a little girl as well, but she's not quite into football yet, but he is, and he's well and truly into the Navy Blues.
Fantastic.
So we've got a lifelong Blues supporter there, I think, and he's going to live some football life as well and be there barracking for Pa's team.
Great. Now, the important thing is, Mick and Christi, the book is now on sale. It's launched here at the MCG today, and it's also on sale at the Carlton shop and online through the carltonfc.com.au. So, great book, and I know you're off on tour, the both of you, around Australia. When are you back, Mick? When do we see you strutting into Visy Park and starting to put your imprimatur on the club?
Well, I won't be in Visy Park for a long time in terms of November, because as you're aware of, or if you're not aware, certainly the supporters should be aware that we're heading off to Arizona. Mm-hmm. And I notice a real sense of excitement with the player group, but it's an excitement that it might be dimmed a little bit when they get over there and they find out the magnitude of climbing Mount Humphreys, going down the Grand Canyon and coming back and thinking, well, we did it, but I don't know how we did it, because it's one of those fantastic moments. It will unite the player group. It'll bring them together in such a manner. It'll be under duress, and that's one of the things about this training camp that we're looking forward to, is introducing that group. It's going to be mainly the same group that Carlton have played with in the last couple of seasons. We're not adding too many players to it, except for the draft, and those draftees won't be there, of course. So it's players. We're going to take everyone across. Even though there's a couple of injured players who are recovering from operations, we need them to understand my game structure. Sample living at altitude, sample the times and the efforts that these players will go through. But I'm sure that when they come back, they'll come back in a manner that will unite them and have them, the appetite really whetted for next year. And that's something we want, is just that we want that excitement, we want that we want that hope, and we want players to just be very aware of the subtle differences between last year's game plan and this year's game plan. And we want a real positive outlook on it. And I think that when players, they're going to be tested, when they endure those tests over in Flagstaff, I'm sure they'll come out bigger, stronger, and the appetite will be there.
Well, I hope you're right. I know you'll be right, but also that could be the start of those navy blue balloons, Christi. Can I just say congratulations on the book. I'm looking forward to finishing it. I've started it last night, looking forward to finishing it. Really enjoyed the read, and I'm sure a lot of Carlton supporters, I'm sure you'd agree, would actually may get to know who this man really is rather than just the person the media portray him to be.
They certainly will. They'll get much more of an insight than they ever have before about their new coach.
Congratulations to both of you. May it be a huge success.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.